Good morning, preschool. Today we are going to be working on another creative painting project that we have been doing in class, and it is called press printing or mono printing. The materials you're going to need today, you're going to need your colorful paints. You're also going to need a couple different types of paintbrushes. Whatever you have at home is fine. And you're going to need some wax paper. You can also use aluminum foil if you have it at home, or you can simply do this on a hard surface that is easy to wash the paint off of. So the idea behind paper pressing or mono printing is if you want to design a picture but you don't want to waste all the paper, you're not sure how you want to create it, so we're going to create it on something that is erasable so that you can wipe the paint off if you don't like where you have put it. So with my wax paper, I'm going to show you guys how to do paper press flowers today. So the first color I'm going to do is I'm going to do some blue flowers with yellow centers. And I'm simply going to use a lot of paint. When you're doing this project, you need a lot of paint so that it transfers onto the paper easily. Okay, I have one flower almost even. Okay, so now I have one flower, and again, as you can see, I really have a thick layer of paint on there. I didn't leave any empty spaces, so that's what you want to do every single time you create a brush stroke, is you want to put a lot of paint onto the paper. Next, I'm going to do a red flower. And I'm going to have this one very close to my blue flower. And something very important that I forgot to mention earlier, when you're using the wax paper and you're using the aluminum foil, there are two sides to the papers that you're using. One side is usually very matte, and the other side is very shiny. You want to make sure that you are doing your mono printing on the matte side of the paper. Especially if you're using washable paint, it is very likely that if you try to do it on the shiny side, your paint is just going to smear and it's going to try to run off instead of stick to the paper like you want it to. Okay, my red flower is almost done. Perfect, just like so. Now, as you can see, I have a paint drip on my paper. Before I go and press my flower, I'm going to simply wipe off the excess that I don't want. You can use a paper towel, a wet sponge, anything that will get that off the paper. Before I go and press, I am going to add some centers to the flower. Again, I really want to load it into the middle so that it transfers onto the paper. Use a lot of paint. Unlike yesterday, we didn't use that much paint. Lots and lots of paint. Okay, now I have two beautiful flowers ready to press. I'm going to take my white paper. So make sure you have this handy, and I'm going to press it right onto the top of the two flowers. Just like that. Now you're going to take your hand and you're going to lightly rub until you start seeing some of the paint come through the paper. You don't want to press so hard that you're squishing the paint, but just enough that you can start seeing the dark outline of your flowers on your paper. As you can see, mine is starting to come through the paper. Okay, now I'm going to take the white and I'm going to very carefully peel it off. And now I have two beautiful, perfect flowers on my piece of paper. Just like so. Last, for cleanup, you still have some paint left on this. Simply fold your paper up so that the paint doesn't get all over the place. This is a very simple and easy project that you can do at home with your kids, mom and dad. This is a great project for you to practice your painting skills as well while having fun doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on paper pressing mono printing today, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye guys!